Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री राधा बंगलोरेश्वर की श्री श्री गौनिताय की लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सह गणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वन्दे श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दसहोदितौ गौडोदये पुष्पवन्तौ चित्रौषं दौ तमोनुदौ नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रसुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Welcome all of you for the Srimad Bhagvatam class. I secretly went for Harinam Sankirtan, but it was no more secret. So many youths joined. So me and Radheshyam Prabhu planned to secretly push off with 2-3 devotees, but we had more than 100 devotees. Is it loud enough sound? They can't hear, they are saying behind. Who is controlling the sound? Here. Who is the control Ishwar? Sound control Ishwar. Okay. Is it coming? Good? Okay. Gunadhikan mudam dipset Anukrosham gunadhamat Maitrim samanan vichen Natapairabhibhuyate. All Prabhujis together. Gunadhikan mudam lipset Anukrosham gunadhamat Maitrim samanadan vichen Natapairabhibhuyate. All Matajis together. See, today's verse is a very important verse. If any of you is interested in overcoming adibhautika klesh, the trouble from interpersonal clashes, how many of you would like to rise above it? So we will learn something today. Guna adikat, one who is more qualified. Mudam, pleasure. Lipset, one should feel. Anukrosham, compassion. Guna adhamat, one who is less qualified. Maitrim, friendship. Samanat, with an equal. Anvichet, one should desire. Na, not. Tapaihi, by tribulation. Avibhuyate, becomes affected. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate towards him. When he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world. Purport. Generally, when we find someone more qualified than ourselves, we become envious of him. When we find someone less qualified, we deride him. And when we find someone equal, we become very proud of our activities. These are the causes of material tribulations, all material tribulations. The great sage Narada therefore advised that a devotee should act perfectly. Instead of being envious of a more qualified man, one should be jolly to receive him. Instead of being oppressive to a less qualified man, one should be compassionate towards him, just to raise him to the proper standard. And when one meets an equal, instead of being proud of one's own activities before him, one should treat him as a friend. One should also have compassion for the people in general who are suffering due to forgetfulness of Krishna. These important functions will make one happy within this material world. So, 3 levels of people are explained in this. This instruction was given by Sripad Narada Muni to Dhruva, and in turn to all of us. Very valuable instructions for us. You see, there is a kacha mango, there is a pakka mango. You like which one? Pakka mango is ripe. You can drink amras, isn't it? Similarly, you have milk, you have rabdi. Which one you like? So, if you follow this verse, we can become like rabdi or like pakka mango. then our behavior can be pleasing to juniors, equals, and seniors. But if we are not going to follow these important principles taught by Narada Muni, who gets hurt? Both get hurt. We also get hurt, they also get hurt. And why, somebody may say, why are these kind of dealings are given so much importance? We have come for attaining Krishna. Huh? We are here, we have to just speak the truth, and we have to just, work on getting Krishna in our heart. But you will see, once His Holiness Rompad Maharaj had come to Chopari temple, I was there personally. Maharaj was telling, I joined ISKCON society to become Krishna conscious, he said. I came in search of Krishna. And then when I studied the spiritual literature like Srimad Bhagvatam, I understood that one cannot get Krishna directly without properly dealing with the devotees. Just like you all know the famous shloka, Yata taror nishechanena tripyanti tatskanda bhujopashaka pranopaharat chayatendriyanam tataiva sarvarhanamachyutejya. That verse says, if you water the root of the tree, the whole tree gets nourished. Everybody knows that, isn't it? But how do you water the root of the tree? You don't take the tree out and put water like this. You put like this. You give water not to the root, you give to the sand that is surrounding the root. And then the sand will reach the water to the root. So, who are the people who are holding Krishna's lotus feet in their hearts tightly? They are the devotees. Prabhupada says, ISKCON society is a society of people who have not forgotten Krishna. Prabhupada says in one of his purports. So, those devotees, not only in Mahabhagavat, pure devotees, even all devotees in ISKCON, all devotees who are coming to the temple, eventually coming to 16 rounds, chanting regularly and following four everyday principles, becoming devotees. They all are faithful people. They have come to the point of giving up so many unwanted, bad behaviors, habits, and they are chanting 16 rounds along with wife, children, family, everything. So they have to be deeply respected. In those days, in the 10 offenses, in the first one, Mahabhagavat, they will say like that. Now they have changed it if you see. They don't say it's not only for Mahabhagavat, it's applicable to all devotees. First offense. So one should not offend any living entity for that matter unnecessarily. And devotees not only should be not offended, they deserve to be adored, admired and glorified, appreciated and valued. So devotees are those living entities who are holding Krishna's, lotus feet to their heart. Through them, Krishna accepts all the worship. So in the third canto, 29th chapter, 29th verse, 329, 29, you can see it. There it says, or Kapila says, if someone loves my deity form and offers many offerings to me, but does not properly deal with devotees and hurts the devotees, that person is like pouring ghee in ashes, he says. So actually ghee should be poured in fire, because fire is the tongue of Vishnu and the Yajna is the mouth of Vishnu. So, but it's not enough to please the Lord and not please the devotees. For example, if I tell one of you, oh, I love you very much, you come here, I take your finger and cut with the scissor. Hey, Prabhuji, why are you cutting my finger? No, I only cut your finger, but I like you very much. You will say, finger is my part and parcel. How can you cut it? I love my finger also. Like that you will say. Similarly, Krishna says, you love me, but you are hurting my part and parcel. It is whose part and parcel? So the Krishna gets hurt. When any part and parcel is hurt. Correct, no? So, that is why dealing with devotees becomes a very important subject. So, I have a very, as usual, I make very exhaustive notes. So I don't want to frighten you with the whole notes, but I will only show you some selected sections which will talk about the crucial things that we need to learn. Let me make it bigger now. Is it big enough? All right? We can? Even more you want it more? All right? It's still smaller. You need a big screen. Huh? And manage that. Is it all right? All right, huh? Yeah. So, see, in spiritual friendships are distinct from material friendship. Because in material friendship, people promote one another sense gratification, isn't it? Whereas in spiritual friendships, we induce each other to become Krishna conscious. Correct, no? Uh, you see another friend of yours is memorizing shlokas. You get inspired to memorize also. Another devotee is getting up early in the morning. You think, oh, my friend is getting up so early. I also want to get up. Yeah. You see your friend regularly reading, then you want to read. So we inspire one another. A person endeavoring for Krishna consciousness should not seek out a friend for any material reason. A devotee has nothing to gain from a rich man or a political ally. You see? Since we are no longer on the path of material progress, we should not be interested in bodily beauty and all these things. But our friendships are meant for only one thing, to intensify devotional service. So, mm, so I told you about devotees are dear friends of Krishna. We should associate with like-minded devotees and avoid the association of non-devotees. So, if both devotees are interested in advancing in spiritual life, then their sangha is very valuable. There are many friends, pairs I can think of. Advaitacharya and Nityananda are very good friends. Sarvabhattacharya and Gopinathacharya, they are very thick friends. Swarup Damodar and Puntrika Vidyanidhi, they are very thick friends also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, they are also very thick friends. Krishna and Arjuna, they are also thick friends. Krishna and Uddhava, very thick friendship. Krishna and Sudama, very thick friendship. So like this, we can quote many examples of peer association. Similarly, Draupadi and the queens of Dwaraka, they are very close friends also. And you will see when friends come together, they do Gukhi Makyati Richati. Like, Satyabhama is asking Draupadi, how is it that you are making your 5 Pandava husbands satisfied? Huh? I am not able to please one personality, Krishna. You are pleasing 5 personalities. What is your secret? Then Draupadi tells many things she is sharing with Satyabhama. It comes in the Mahabharata. Very beautiful little teachings. Huh? So, who is inquiring? Brahma. Who is sharing the experience? So they are friends. Draupadi and Satyabhama, they are sharing like this. Similarly, you will find all these pairs, like Sarvabhattacharya is asking Gopinath Acharya, how do you, how do you say that I did not get the mercy in my life? Then Gopinath Acharya is saying, if you attend the mercy, then you will not have any misconception about Lord Chaitanya. You say that you are going to teach him Vedanta. So it appears like they are having a tussle, but they are very thick friends. Who? Sarvabhattacharya and Gopinath Acharya. Finally, Gopinath Acharya, because of his great eagerness, he made Sarvabhauma into a devotee through Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, when they come together, the whole, one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking on Vasant Panchami day with 2 people. One side Swarup Damodar one side and Srivas Thakur on the other side. Srivas Thakur was arguing for Vaikuntha and Swarup Damodar was arguing for Goloka. Which opulence is greater? And Mahaprabhu was watching both of them having a talk. Srivas Thakur said, see, the opulence of Vaikuntha is so great. There is so much of jewelry in Vaikuntha, so much of fine foods, in Vaikuntha, costly dresses everybody wears. And then Swarup Damodar said, you see, the opulence of Vaikuntha is great, but all the opulences of Vaikuntha put together cannot match one dust particle of Chintamani dust in the bank of Yamuna. He said, Mahaprabhu jumped up and said, well done, sir, you defeated. You defeated our Srivas Thakur. Then Srivas Thakur said, wait a minute, I'll give you another argument. And then when Srivas Thakur gave another argument about Vaikuntha, the Lord of opulences, Vishnu, Mahaprabhu said, hey, Shivas, you are too much afflicted by Vaikuntha opulence. He said, you should know, uh, you should hear from Saru Damodar. So Mahaprabhu would enthusiastically participate in this when they would discuss. So devotees have friendships with each other, but what do they do in their friendship? Like what is Venkata Bhatta and Lord Chaitanya doing those 4 months in the Chaturmas period? You know, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Venkata Bhatta, you know, when Krishna is doing rasa dance, why Lakshmi want to join the dance? And Venkata Bhatta said, my dear Lord, Krishna and Vishnu are the same person. You know, Krishna is same Lord Vishnu in a jolly mood. He's dancing. So what's wrong? Lakshmi doesn't become unchaste by joining the rasa dance. Mahaprabhu said, you're right. At the same time, the gopis are not after Narayana. But Lakshmi wants to dance in the rasa dance. Why? He asked her. And then very beautiful discussions ensued between them. And Mahaprabhu said about how this rasa, 5 rasas with Krishna is very wonderful. And then at the end, Mahaprabhu said, if anybody sees difference between Krishna and Narayana, he's a Pashanti. In Tattva, they are same. Only in the mood, they are different. Just like in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, they will teach you 3 apples plus 2 apples is 5 apples. In Gaudiya Sampradaya, you will learn 3 mangoes plus 2 mangoes is 5 mangoes. So the mathematics is same. Only the rasa. So you will see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkata Bhatta, the relationship became thicker or weaker? Became thicker. They became, and Venkata Bhatta's adoration for Mahaprabhu went on increasing in those 4 months. So you will see when friends come together, the central subject matter is Krishna Katha. In this way, one should associate with the devotees. The Shastra strongly advise associating with like-minded devotees and strongly warn against association with non-devotees. See, Prabhupada says, devotees don't even seek association with even Brahma also, but only with pure devotees. The devotees are all personless, who glorify the Supreme Person with transcendental chanting and hearing, and they take pleasure in the company of other personal servitors of the Lord. The pure devotee does not desire the company of a personality as great as Brahma, like the Prabhupada writes. If they will be ready to associate with even a petty living being, provided he is a devotee of the Lord. This is a very important point because you should never judge a devotee based on his external appearance. One should know, wherever there is a spark of Krishna consciousness manifesting, one should immediately recognize it. Like one day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri. There was a heavy crowd of people. One old Orisan lady was very eager to take darshan of Jagannath, and she climbed up on the top of Garuda Stamba with one leg there and one leg on Mahaprabhu's shoulder. And at that time, Govinda, seeing that, he shouted at her, oh, old lady, get down. You are offending both the Lord and the devotee. The Lord is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the devotee is Garuda. You are simultaneously offending both with 2 legs. The Mahaprabhu said to all, you see how blessed this lady is. How fortunate she has such eagerness to see Lord Jagannath. I wish I had an iota of that eagerness. Which means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is able to recognize the Krishna consciousness even in an apparently not so important living entity. If she is a very old lady, or an woman, other people may not recognize her. Generally, we recognize somebody comes with a danda, somebody is a big sannyas, hey, everybody will offer obeisances. Imagine a old lady comes into temple, will anybody take notice? Somebody is 90 plus old. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took notice because he has an X-ray vision to see who has that spark of Krishna consciousness. So from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we also have to learn, wherever Krishna is manifesting, we should respect that. From whomever. It may be even a small child also. If a child is Krishna conscious, we can even learn from that. One day, I was giving a class in San Jose. So I was telling, in this world, no one is useless, I was telling. So I was telling, among the 5 fingers, this is for challenge, this is for indication, this is the tallest finger, this is a ring finger. This finger may feel that I am good for nothing. Correct? It's the smallest finger. But sometimes it is very helpful like this. So no one is useless, I was telling. So there is one very little girl, small girl. I think she's in second standard, Anu or somebody, very small little girl. She was in second standard. She was sitting with friend and said, Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I have one more example. She said, what is it? Even Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan, he did this. So I told her, thank you for the example. Now in my next lecture I give on this topic, I'll use this example. So it is not that you can only take association from somebody very big. Wherever Krishna is manifesting, we should be able to receive. So one should not see superficially. Like Chandrasekhar Vaidya in Varanasi was told by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu and Chandrasekhar Vaidya were talking inside a house. Mahaprabhu said, go to the door, there is one Vaishnava, bring him in. So Chandrasekhar Vaidya went to the door and he came back and said, there's nobody. He said, Mahaprabhu said, there's nobody or somebody is there? He said, somebody is there, but not a Vaishnava, I said. Then somebody with a long beard and hair and everything, he doesn't look like a devotee. Because at that time, Sanatana Goswami was working with Nawabuddin Shah. Naturally, he had a beard and topi and everything. He was given the title Sakar Malik, correct, no? Davirka Sakar Malik. So he was like that with all the beard and everything. So Chandrasekhar Vaidya couldn't recognize him. And Mahaprabhu immediately went, and as soon as Sanatan was seen, Mahaprabhu embraced him without any reservation. He didn't see the externals. Drishtay swabhava janitair vavushascha joshai na prakritatpahima iha bhakta janasya pashyet gangam bhasam nakalu buddhafena panthair brahmadravatvam apagacchati nira dharmai. You say in the Nectar of Instruction, no? Sometimes in the Ganges, you find in the Ganga river, this side, people will be doing some, they will be taking a bath or they'll be doing some puja and something. On the other side, you may find they may put a dead body in the Ganges, correct, no? But the Ganges doesn't get polluted. She's always pure. So similarly, in the body of a Vaishnava, some Vaishnava may be blackish, or some Vaishnava may be fair, and somebody may be fat, somebody may be thin, somebody may have some, what do you call it, white leprosy or something in the body. Somebody may have a nice, clean body. So some Vaishnava may be not so educated, somebody may be highly educated. Some Vaishnava may sing sweetly, somebody may not be able to sing sweetly. So these are all superficial things one should not see. One should see the spark of Krishna consciousness in the heart of a devotee. When it is manifesting, one should immediately salute that and take association of that kind of Krishna consciousness. Mahaprabhu teaches that. Like when Mahaprabhu went to Srirangam, he saw that Brahman. Isn't it? Other Brahmins couldn't recognize that Brahman. They all thought that, what is this? This fellow cannot pronounce properly. Isn't it? Like when Prabhupada came to India with many Westerners, he came to South India, Tirupati and different places. So some Brahmanas told Prabhupada, Swamiji, your Western disciples, they cannot pronounce properly. Prabhupada said, therefore we have come to learn from you. Prabhupada said, we have come to learn from you means you teach us pronunciation and we will give you Krishna consciousness. That's the whole idea, isn't it? So, but we may be sometimes quick to find fault with others. But pronunciation is not as important as bhava. If somebody has firm faith in Guru and great bhava for Krishna, that is a far bigger qualification than spashta pronunciation in Sanskrit. There was one boy who used to come to IIT classes, Bhakti Maharaj classes. Only first class when he came, he said, Maharaj, all these people are not chanting properly. He said, Maharaj said, what should they do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. You should chant. You people say, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They are chanting like this. Hare, So he said, it's not Ram, it is Rama. They should chant. Maharaj said, okay, now we told them they will learn it, don't worry. He came for 2 classes and disappeared after that. So we should pronounce clearly, certainly, but that is not the ultimate goal of life alone. We also have to develop the devotion. Correct now. So one should be able to see with X-ray vision, like Lord Chaitanya teaches. He saw that South Indian Brahman and said, although you are not able to pronounce properly, why are you crying tears? And then he said, when I opened the Gita, I remember Lord Krishna is a Bhakta Vatsal. He is a Parthasarathi driving the chariot of Arjun. The Lord of the millions of universes is driving the chariot of his own devotee. When I see this, my heart melts in ecstasy. And Mahaprabhu said, you know the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. You have attained perfection in your life. Mahaprabhu saw that. So, taking association means what? Taking association of that Krishna Bhavanamrit in the heart of the devotees. One should learn. Mahaprabhu could associate even with apparently very insignificant people also. Very simple people. Mahaprabhu could. There was one toll person who was asking Mahaprabhu, when Mahaprabhu wanted to cross that place and go, he said, hey, wait a minute, who is that? Are you alone or anybody else is with you? Yes. And immediately Mahaprabhu cried tears like Ganga and Yamuna. The Premashra came from his ears. He said, yes, in this world, that Shamsundar has left me all alone. I am wandering, searching him. Like that Mahaprabhu cried, there is no one for me. I am a destitute. I am all alone in this world. In this morbid world, I am all alone. He said, Mahaprabhu, when he said this, his hair stood on end and tears sprang from his eyes and whole body trembled in ecstasy. He felt separation. And the toll officer, he started crying. He instantly got Krishna Prem. Mahaprabhu. So, you can see, Mahaprabhu, that question, a simple question of toll person, are you alone? That made such a big impact on him. You can see. That means Mahaprabhu can get Krishna consciousness from anywhere, correct? No? So association of devotees who may be relatively young is also great. Prabhupada says a calf service. Hey, instead of this, you can put this one. They don't have? Huh? What's it? You don't have this wire? HDMI? You don't have HDMI? No, this is not good connection. This will keep going, coming. This one. Mm-hmm. So a calf service and Radharani service, Prabhupada says there's no difference. Can you imagine? Here you see what Prabhupada says. When a devotee wrote to Srila Prabhupada praising his own God brothers, Srila Prabhupada replied, this is actually a devotee's business to appreciate the value of other devotees. No one should criticize any devotee. Everyone is engaged in the service of the Lord according to one's capacity. And Krishna wants to see how much one is sincere in rendering him service. You can. Materially, materially we may think that someone's service is greater than someone else's, but that is our material vision. On the spiritual platform, there is no difference between the service rendered by a calf to Krishna and service rendered by Radharani and her associates to Krishna. Krishna is so kind and liberal that everyone's service, when it is sincerely offered. Say somebody is sweeping the temple, somebody is worshipping the deity. It's not that a person sweeping the temple is inferior. Why? Because he is sweeping whose temple? That makes it absolute. Somebody is cleaning the toilet, but he is cleaning the toilet in the temple, which is used by devotees. Ultimately, everything in the temple is owned by Krishna. So all services are absolute when it is rendered for Krishna's pleasure. So why Prabhupada says this? One should not think my service is best service and everyone's service is useless. That's a what vision? Material vision. That's a material vision. In spiritual vision, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir, Brahmagna, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivate Anagantavyam, Brahma Karma, Samadhina, he says. Everything's absolute. Like in a Yajna Kunda, the Yajnic fire, the mantra that is chanted, the ladle, the ghee, the Brahmanas, and the Vedas from which they chant, everything is Brahma. Similarly, in a temple, because everything is connected to the Lord, everything is Brahma. So one who can see with this vision will not criticize anyone else's service. One will not condemn. Even if apparently insignificant devotee is rendering a small service, that becomes very glorious. Just like the squirrel was putting some little stone. He became glorious because of that. The old version I told you just now. So there are, this is a little small, three categories of devotees. See, Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, Kanishtadhikari. Let us see whether we can make it bigger. See, Uttamadhikari means, what are his qualities? He is non-envious. Anya ninda adishunyam hridamipsita sangalabdya. It is said. He is non-envious, non-critical, pure-hearted, always absorbed in Krishna. His association can elevate us. So it is more sorted for him. He has a strong faith and knowledge in the scriptures. And he can deliver even envious people like Lord Nityananda. He delivered Madai, who was beating on Nityananda's head. That is why what we are saying. Doyal nitai chaitanya bole nach re yamar man. Doyal nitai chaitanya bole nach re yamar man. Nach re yamar man. Nitai chaitanya bole nach re yamar man. दयाल तो नहीं है मार के प्रेम दिए दयाल तो नहीं है See, मार के प्रेम दिए means he accepted the beating by Madai and then he gave him prema. Correct, no? You throw a stone into a mango tree and tree will give you 4 mangoes back. It'll throw back, isn't it? Like that. So, Tarorapi, Krishnuna, such tolerance of Nityananda Prabhu, isn't it? Or, another example is given, you take an axe and hit a sandalwood tree. When you hit a sandalwood tree, it renders the tip of the axe fragrant. There is a verse which says this, Padma Purana. Sujano nayati vairam parahita buddhir vinasha kalepi chedepi chandanattaru Mukham surabhayati kutarasya, it says, Sujano nayati vairam. Vaishnava devotees never feel envy for anybody. Parahita buddhir vinasha kalepi. Even at the time of death also they have parahita buddhi. Always to benefit others. Even at the time of death they always pray for the welfare of others. They never worry about themselves. They worry about other living beings. And then he is giving the example. Chedepi chandana taru. A sandalwood tree, even if you hit it with the axe, mukham surabheti kutarasya, it says. It renders the tip of the axe fragrant, it says. So, that is the way the Uttamadhikaris are. They can deliver even very envious people also. Like how Haridas Thakur prayed for the sentries who are beating him. Like that. So Prabhupada quotes such examples. So intense desire to please Krishna and spread the mission of Krishna. So this is our gold standard, 24 karat gold role model for us. We all want to come to that status of Uttamadhikari one day. So, and then Madhyamadhikari, if you see, is considered grown up and mature. Why? The reason is, there is a difference between Kanishta devotee and Madhyama devotee. Kanishta is a neophyte devotee. And I will also tell you 3 definitions of who is a neophyte. It's coming a little later. I'll show you. And Madhyamadhikari is more mature. He distinguishes devotee and non-devotee. He can know. Sometimes if a devotee is little rough and tough devotee, you know what a rough and tough devotee? A rough and tough devotee is far superior to a very gentlemanly materialist. Some people say, look at the devotees in our community, how they are. In my office, there is one fellow, such a nice person. He takes care of wife nicely and, he takes care of parents very nicely, very gentlemanly, very humble, very nice person. But these devotees, they are so neophyte and they are fighting and, quarreling. The people think like that. They don't know actually, a devotee means Krishnaika Sharanam. They have taken shelter of Krishna. Because of that, even though they may not be so gentlemanly or sometimes not so well behaved, they may be little crude or, like unpolished diamond, correct, no? The unpolished diamond is rough, correct, no? It produces sparks. But still, the devotee is very much glorified in Shastra because they have accepted Krishna's lotus feet. Therefore, they are very special. On the other hand, somebody may be an atheist who may be very polished in his behavior. He may dress very decently, speak very, and smile very mildly, very nicely. There are very many people like that. But inside the heart is a dangerous fellow. Because he has no faith in the Lord. Correct, no? Actually, there are many learned people in South India also who are very, they know even Upanishads and other things also. Vedanta also, there are people study, but they don't have faith in Krishna's lotus feet. They are completely impersonal. And you will be surprised. They will be so mild in their behavior. They will be very mature and they will look like as if they have attained a very great state. They will look like that. But they have not even an iota of bhakti for Lord. They think the ultimate truth is impersonal. I am that Supreme Brahman. They are thinking like that. So they are not fit for association. So Madhyamadikari can see through all this. He can know who is a devotee, who is not a devotee. He can distinguish between the two. And Madhyamadikari has a lot of respect for devotees. The difference between Kanishta and Madhyamadikari is Madhyamadikari will also find out faults with the intention to help a devotee how to get rid of the fault. He will tell the devotee, for example, if a devotee is sleeping and chanting, Madhyamadikari will take a notice. He will not tell him anything. And during the day, he will go and meet him and say, Prabhu, please take a good rest at night. You should get adequate rest. And he will suddenly, why are you saying this, Prabhu? Why are you worried about my rest? You take your rest. No, I saw you are feeling little difficulty in morning chanting. Please sleep early, at least get 6 hours of rest. Because Madhyamadikari's intention is not to find fault, but to see the person helped. You understand the difference? Whereas Kanishta, what he will do, if he sees everybody sleeping, he will say, so gaya. And he will be doing radar japa, looking around who all are sleeping. Isn't it? So, Madhyamadikari is finding fault is to see the other person get help. So, 4 people Madhyamadikari deals with. Ishware tat adineshu balisheshu dushachucha prema maitri kripopeksha yakkaroti samadhyamaha. He says, Ishwar, he considers Krishna is the object of my love and devotees are my true friends and those who are innocent people, non-blasphemous people, they are fit for me to spend time and preach to them. And those who are envious, dveshis, offenders, blasphemers, I will keep a long distance from them. These are the 4 types of people that Madhyamadikari can clearly distinguish. Ishware, Tadadineshu, Palisheshu, Dvishatsu. These 4 people he can distinguish clearly. So, and also he follows Guru and want to please him, has a strong faith. Madhyamadikari is initiated, sometimes he is second initiated also. And he wants to please the Hari Guru and Vaishnavas, and he has a strong faith, and he has more knowledge than Kanishta of the scriptures, and he deals with devotees with attentiveness, with care, and is grateful for the devotee association. And also Madhyamadikari knows how to associate with Uttamadikaris. If Uttamadikari chastises a Kanishta Adhikari will run away. He will say, what is this? They said, Maharaj is very advanced. They said, but he's becoming angry on me. I don't like this Maharaj. Like that he will say. Kanishta Adhikari. So Kanishta Adhikari doesn't know the value of association. See, great Maharaja sannyasis, they are very, very sharp in their observation. Correct or not? They're very attentive. If you do a little bit hanky-panky something, they will catch you. But if we know that they are very advanced and we take their association, they will purify us. But we should be ready to get purified. So, Kanishta Adhikari, if you try to purify me, you will run away. Whereas Madhyamadikari knows, oh, that great soul, even if he chastises me, that's like a doctor giving injection for me. Doctor doesn't harm you by giving injection, he benefits you. So our doctor is giving a bitter medicine. It's for my good. So Madhyamadikari can take that type of dose. Huh? That is the reason why he can advance further from one level to another. Look at the gold. If you put gold in fire, then it becomes purified. Correct now? Or in first year engineering, you might have done the Smithy experiment. Correct now? In Smithy shop, you put iron rod in fire, becomes red hot, yellow hot, white hot. Then you take it out with tongs, put on an anvil, you hit. Correct? Then you can change the shape. Round rod, you can make it into square rod. Similarly, how many of you would like to see your heart transformed? Be ready for purification. Correct, no? So, when great souls correct us, it's like for example, you get wound in the knee when you're playing something. You go to the doctor, takes a tincture and puts, correct, no? Even he tries to clean it. It's very painful it is. But very soon it will become very cooling. Nice. Similarly, when we are chastised, initially it's painful, but eventually we feel that, oh, he is trying to bring out a better version of me out. He is going to make me better. Like chiseling out unwanted portion to bring a murti, beautiful murti. So we should have that faith. So Madhyamadikari has that confidence in opening the heart. Madhyamadikari doesn't fear to open his vulnerable weaknesses to a superior and take help. Kanishadikari thinks, if I open my heart, they will think I am not so advanced. Actually, he's not advanced. But he's thinking, if I open my heart, they will come to know. And I cannot be in their good books. It's better that I keep it with myself only. Like that he thinks. But Madhyamadikari can open up his vulnerable points and seek guidance from a superior and take help. So he advances very easily up. And this is Kanishta Adhikari here. He thinks that he loves Krishna. That is imagination. Huh? Because he already thinks I am a great. Why? Because I know some shlokas. I have memorized this shloka. I know the whole chapter of this, or and Atmano Bhakti Darpatha. My bhakti is very great. Like that, he thinks like that. And he's called as a Prakrita Bhakta. Achayame Bhakaraye Pujam Shraddhaye Hate Nacha Bhakteshu Tada Anyeshu Sabhakta Prakrita Smritaha. In the Bhagavatam, it is said, he, His Holiness Prabodhana Sarji Maharaj came to Pune. When he was talking about Kanishta he was telling, this Kanishta will worship the deity, but he will hide the Mahaprasad. He said, Maharaj was telling that. And he keeps in a hidden place. And then he's thinking that when I am leaving the Pujari room, I will take it, but somebody else steals from him. Another Pujari. And he becomes angry with him. He was telling. So, Maharaj was telling, neophyte means he is new and he fights. Fight. So, he's a materialistic devotee, Prakrita Bhakti. He thinks very high of himself, although he is yet to advance. And he doesn't know the value of devotees. He sometimes thinks if some guru or sannyasi is criticizing Mayavadis, he thinks, why is the Swamiji so heavy about Mayavadis? I know some Mayavadis are very good also. Like that he will say. He cannot take it because he doesn't know actually why Prabhupada is so heavy with Mayavadi. See, for example, if somebody gives bad name to your mother or father, can you tolerate? You cannot. In the same manner, if somebody gives bad name to Radha and Krishna, for you it may be all right. Because our sense of belonging to a divine couple has not become very strong. But for people like Prabhupada, if somebody criticizes Radha and Krishna, he will become like fire. In Bombay, one Mayavadi was conducting Bhagavata Saptah, 7 days. Prabhupada wrote a mail to me, you will read it in Leelamrita. He said Bhagavat Sammelan, they were holding. Prabhupada wrote him, hey, you are Mayavadi, you cannot conduct Bhagavatam. You speak on anything else, but not on. Prabhupada said, I will hand you over to police. Prabhupada was very heavy. At that time, Prabhupada said, there should be one organization in India which will approve all the religious organizations. At the time, Prabhupada spoke about it. Prabhupada said, there should be one institution which will check whether the truths that is being spoken are authentic or not. Correct, no? And Prabhupada wrote strong letters to them. Stop it, don't cheat the people with your impersonalism. And the Bhagavad Sammelan went on. So Prabhupada was very displeased, very unhappy. So why Prabhupada is so strong about it? Because when pure devotees become very, they see that some poor living entities are cheated by such impersonalists. Prabhupada cannot take it. Just like imagine somebody gives a child a 2 rupee banana and takes a 20 lakh necklace away from the child. Huh? Correct, no? Anybody who is seeing that can immediately notice, hey, see this fellow is a cheater, what is he cheating? Similarly, the atheistic scientists and the impersonalists, and the scientists are giving you some gadgets and taking your faith away from God. Huh? Isn't it? That's why Prabhupada gets so fiery, you will see that. Hmm. So these people, Kanishadhikari has a Komal Shraddha. Huh? A very tender faith they have. The knowledge is also not very developed yet. Huh? But still Kanishadhikari is glorified. Why? Because he has Shraddha in Krishna. Huh? He has faith in the Lord. He is very fond of the deities. There are many people you will see, they will come to the temple straight, go to the deities, and they will offer flower, they will offer fruits, they will bow down. Even a Bhagavatam class is going on, they will go away. They will not sit and listen because their relationship is directly with the Krishna only. Yeah. They will not be able to take advantage of, because they don't know the value of devotee association in the beginning. One time we called his one as Lokanath Maharaj to Pune for the Rath Yatra. So as soon as, the kirtan, Rath Yatra is over, then in the pandal it was very difficult to make people sit down. The Maharaj did kirtan, everybody came. They sat. When Maharaj started lecture, everybody got up. So Maharaj adopted that trick. What he did, he would do kirtan, he would speak 5 minutes, when people get up, one more kirtan. Then they'll again sit down. And they say, trick them to sit for 1 hour. So half an hour he could give lecture. So, because people think hearing is not that important. In South India, one good custom people have, when you go to any temple, you should not immediately go away. You know that? You have to sit down. At least that. Actually, why you should sit down, many may not know. Why you should sit down, something good will go inside. That's the rule. Yeah. Prabhupada writes, Madhyamadikari has received spiritual initiation from the Guru and has been fully engaged by him in transcendental loving service of the Lord. So, out of many such Vaishnavas, one may be found to be very seriously engaged in the service of the Lord and strictly following all the regulatory principles, chanting the prescribed number of rounds on japa beads, always thinking of how to expand the Krishna consciousness movement. Such a Vaishnava should be accepted as a Uttamadikari, a highly advanced devotee, Prabhupada writes in Upadeshamrita. So, Rupa Goswami says, Krishneti yasya giridam manasadriyeta dikshasi chet pranatipischa bhajantamisham shushrushaya vigyamananyamanya nindadishunyam hridamipsa sankalp. That verse is mentioned here, that one should mentally honor the beginner or a Prakrita Bhakta, Kanishta devotee. One should offer obeisance to a Madhyama devotee, and one should associate with and faithfully serve pure devotees. Yeah. So in Upadeshamrita 5, Prabhupada writes. So, in this verse, Gunadikan Madham said, we studied about it, how, all of us will see that some devotees are more advanced than us, some are our peers, and some are newcomers are less advanced. So, what we should do when we meet devotees who are more advanced than us, we inquire from them, render service to them, more advanced devotees. So, association means 3 things: spiritual discussion, knowledge transmission, heart transformation. So there should be some spiritual discussion. You know that famous verse, Shushusho Shaddadanasya verse? That service to advanced devotees means there are various type of service. One service is to sit down and hear and learn from them. Another way of rendering service is service to their body. For example, drive them in your car to some destination. Or somebody is washing a cloth, or somebody is cooking some prasadam and offering them. Or taking some instruction from them and going and fulfilling, buy this for me or whatever, doing some physical services. There is also Shushusho, Shraddhanasya, Sevya, Mahat Sevya, there is also Mahat Seva. And hearing, Shushusho is hearing. Hearing from them, rendering service to their physical body, and also observing them, how serve and observe, it is said. How they deal with material energy, how they deal with different types of elements in this world. Observing them. Another way of serving them is to take the instructions from their classes and then make a compilation of that and faithfully try to follow. Because every Vaishnava stands for certain very strong instructions. Huh? If you are becoming a disciple, then you make a compilation of the instructions and then follow them. Huh? And also sometimes asking questions and taking specific instructions and following them. All these things come in service. Yeah. So, how should a junior senior relationship should be? You see, the juniors are always respectful to seniors. Sometimes our boys don't know. Sometimes one junior boy was telling, Prabhuji, I scolded my senior that he's doing a mistake. So I said, how can you scold him? If you find one of your senior not coming for the morning program or not doing anything, you should either go to his equal or go to his senior and report to him. You, as a younger person, if you scold your senior, then you go down in your spiritual life. Huh? We have no right to scold our seniors. We have to respect our seniors. So he was telling when I told this, how you are telling me to respect him? How I can respect him? I am strict in morning program. He is not. I said, you, what are you talking? Huh? You don't understand. Even if you will see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how did he deal with Ramchandrapuri? He was very respectful. How did Yudhishthir Maharaj deal with Dhritarashtra? Did he chastise him? But actually, Dhritarashtra is worthy of chastisement. Still, he didn't chastise. Who chastised him? Vidura. Because Vidura is like a counselor and guru for him. Correct, no? So he corrected his brother Dhritarashtra. Whereas Yudhishthir always was respectful. When Dhritarashtra and Gandhari vanished one morning, Yudhishthir actually cried. He said, oh uncle, oh aunt, where are you? You lost all your 100 children. You were completely mortified. And I am the cause of, the death of all your sons in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Have you entered some holy river? Or have you gone away to forest? Where will you stay? How will you eat? What will happen to you? At that time, Narada came and pacified after that. The idea is, if Dhritarashtra-like person went away from your palace, if anybody else was there, they would say, good only that the headache is gone. Isn't it? He didn't say like that. So how he respected the senior. Seniors have to be respectfully treated. Even though they may lack sometimes proper behavior or etiquette, still we respect even an ant. Then why can't respect any senior, correct? No? And juniors, they always receive affection and blessings from the seniors. The juniors should be encouraged, appreciated, and affectionately treated. Just because somebody is senior doesn't mean juniors have to be always thrashed. You are junior, so you deserve to be thrashed. No. They deserve to be received with affection and blessings. And everyone should be humble. More advanced one is, the more humble he becomes. So devotee who has received initiation earlier are considered senior. See, sometimes somebody may be many years old. Like Prabhupada had some Grihastha god brothers who were 3-4 years older than Prabhupada in Diksha. So Prabhupada was speaking in an assembly, he said, today my senior god brother has come. And then he was a Grihastha devotee, Prabhupada was a sannyasi. But although he was a sannyasi, he respected somebody who took initiation before him. Like that. Guru's god brothers as well as sannyasis should be respected as guru also. Actually, when we all take Diksha from a particular guru, he's a Diksha guru. Then there are other gurus who are our guru's god brothers. We should feel great affection for them also. Just like your father may have brothers, right? No? You feel affection for what do you call? Chachaji you call, right? You also feel affection. And all the gurus who are speaking, they are all speaking empowered by Lord Balaram. Right? No? One time His Holiness Lokanath was saying that all the gurus who are speaking, they are like the different mouths of Anantashesh speaking. Because all are called Vyashti Guru and Anantashesh is called Samashti Guru. Some total of all the gurus. So every guru is speaking the same message that Balaramji wants to transmit to this world. Balaram is Sevana Shakti. So he wants all jivas to be engaged in Krishna service. So he is speaking through the gurus. Imagine you have a big stainless steel jar of rose milk and you have 7-8 taps. In whichever tap you are taking milk, what do you get? Same help you get. So if that is so, then how we can see difference between one guru and another? All gurus should be affectionately welcomed and respectfully adored and served also. So by doing this kind of thing, then Krishna will become very pleased. Somehow, sometimes one guru comes to a temple, all the disciples will come. And then that guru goes back, another guru comes, and that guru's disciples will come. And that is a sign of neophyteness. Actually, whether your guru speaks or another guru speaks, all the gurus are speaking what Krishna wants to say in this world. Krishnam Mande Jagaram. Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanaramadhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Mande Jagat Gurum. He is Jagat Guru, and all the gurus are receiving Shakti from the Lord and speaking. So one should, like if a guru has a Guru Puja, for example, if people are washing his feet, it's not that if you are not his disciple, you cannot take it. If Guru's Father Puja, then you cannot, because he is also related to you. ISKCON is a very big family. You can receive, because he is a Vaishnava. If you take the foot wash, then you are going to make progress by that. Similarly, all are singing Guru Puja of their Guru. You can also go and stand there and sing Guru Puja. Sometimes we celebrate Vyas Puja, correct, no? Vyas Puja, you can also sing, because you are also part of the Vaishnava family. Like if your father's brother is celebrating birthday, you will not go for that? You will not go? No, he's not my father. You won't go? No. So ISKCON is a very huge family. So we may have, just like we have cousin brothers, cousin sisters, like that we have different gurus, disciples also. So although everybody is drawing inspiration from one particular guru, Krishna has sent that guru to them to inspire them. But all the other gurus are also respectable. When a senior devotee respects a junior devotee, what should a junior devotee do or not do? Say one junior devotee gives a class. A senior devotee comes and says, "Oh, what a wonderful class you gave. Even I cannot give like you," he says. What should junior devotee think? Very good, Prabhu. You understood. See, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu respected Rupa Goswami, glorifying his verse. Well, so one day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Siddhabakul. At that time, Rupa Goswami had gone to take a bath in the ocean. And Mahaprabhu saw there was a leaf in the roof. Mahaprabhu pulled it out and read it. And Mahaprabhu became thrilled, because that was exactly singing the same thing what Mahaprabhu was singing in the Rath Yatra time. Rath Yatra time, Mahaprabhu was singing one song. And it was like a song between lover and the beloved. Nobody could understand it. It was looking like a cinema song. People were wondering, what is this song? They didn't understand it. But what was the song? He said, I am the same Srimati Radharani. You are the same Krishna. But look at you. You are sitting in a rattling chariot with all the armor and the bow and arrow and all this kind of kingly royal dress and everything. Yeah, and that too in Kurukshetra. There is no sweetness of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, the bumblebees are humming, Yamuna is flowing, birds are chirping, soothing wind is blowing, and all the Gopas, Gopis, Pajabasis, everybody is in an eager mood to serve you. The sweetness of Vrindavan is missing in Kurukshetra. That was what Mahaprabhu was singing. Many couldn't understand that difficult Sanskrit he was singing. But Rupa Goswami understood it and made it more simpler. Like we say, Shukamukad Amrita Drava Samhita, we say, no? So he made it more simpler and sweeter. Mahaprabhu read it. When Rupa Goswami came back, Mahaprabhu caught him and gave a loving slap and said, "Hey Rupa, how did you know my heart?" And Rupa Goswami felt very shy. He offered obeisances. And Mahaprabhu went back and showed that verse to Swarup Damodar and said, "Swarup, tell me how this Rupa knows my heart." He said, "My dear Lord, you only have given him the mercy by which he is able to exactly capture your mood. Sri Chaitanya, no Bhishtam." Yeah. So then another verse was written by Rupa Goswami. Tunde Tandavanitam Vitanute Tundavali Labdaye Karna Kroda Kadambini Gatayate Karnar Budebhyas Praham Cheta Prangana Sangini Bhajayate Sarvel Griyanam Kritim No Jane Janitakiyat Biramritahi Krishneti Varanadvayi. That's another famous verse. And Mahaprabhu saw this verse, he was so thrilled. In another verse, so he told Rupa Goswami, you are writing very powerful verses. I am going to bring all Vaishnavas. So one day Mahaprabhu brought Ramananda Rai, he brought Sarum Bhattacharya, he brought Sarup Damodar, and he himself came also. All four of them arrived there. At that time, here this side, here. At that time, Rupa and Sanatan were sitting under the bakul tree. There is a dais kind of thing there. Seeing all the great Vaishnavas coming, immediately Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami, they fell flat on the ground, offering obeisances. When Mahaprabhu came near, Rupa Goswami requested him to sit on the dais. Mahaprabhu sat, and all his associates sat. And Mahaprabhu told, Rupa, come here, sing that poem which you wrote, and it was kept on the roof. What did Rupa Goswami do? He just closed his face in shyness. My Lord, all big Vaishnavas in front of them, Mahaprabhu was pulling my leg. Mahaprabhu was asking me to sing that poem. If I sing that, everybody will praise me. And where will I go? He was not ready. Then Sarup Damodar sang it. Because Mahaprabhu had given that poem. Everybody became jubilant. And then Mahaprabhu said, there is another verse Rupa had written, which will make everyone very happy. Then Rupa Goswami gained some confidence. Then he sang that verse, the second verse, which is Tunde Tavani Ratimitanata. He sang that. And when he sang that, Haridas Thakur lost control. He started jumping and rolling on the ground in great transcendental ecstasy. Because why it happened to him? Because especially verse was on what? Holy name. Isn't it? And then Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Rai, see, Rupa Goswami has written this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. I will request you to thoroughly go through it and give him some inputs. So immediately Ramananda Rai read the first few verses. He said, this is like Shikarini. It is like a rabdi. The verses are so sweet in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He appreciated that very much. And one more verse he had written, which Rupa Goswami now recited. Anarpita charim tirat karunayadapatirna kalau samarpayitam unnatojvala rasam sabhaktim shriyam hare purada sundara dyuti kadam basandi pitah sada hridaya kandare swarato vashachinandana. Beautiful verse. He says, may that son of Sachi Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is like a lion, who chases after our anarthas in the heart of a living entity. Our heart is like a cave, and the anartha like elephant, black elephant is running into the cave to escape from the lion. The lion goes into the cave and hits the elephant and drags it out. Like that, may Sachinandan remove all the anarthas in my heart and instill my heart with pure love for Krishna. Like that, he had written a poem. So, when for a long time, this kind of Radha Krishna Yugal Prem was not awarded, and now Krishna himself has come to award this in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he read this verse, all Ramananda Rai, Sarum Bhattacharya, Sarup Damodar, everybody's face became lit up hearing this verse. And Mahaprabhu's face became small. He told, hey, Rupa Goswami, till now you are reciting so many nice poem and now you have spoiled everything. So he said, then Ramandra said, my dear Lord, this is like somebody is adding saffron, kesher to the rabdi. It becomes more delicious. Like that he said. So when you hear this kind of pastimes, you understand how Vaishnavas deal with each other. What kind of refined dealings between Mahaprabhu and his devotees. So sometimes senior Vaishnavas may offer respect to a junior Vaishnava due to his humility, but a junior Vaishnava should never think that he deserves that respect from all senior Vaishnavas. On the other hand, when a senior Vaishnava offers him respect, then the junior Vaishnava should feel extremely embarrassed and deflect it to Guru and Krishna. Immediately what should junior devotee say? Prabhu, it's all your mercy, it's all Krishna's mercy, it's all Guru's mercy, I have no qualification. Like that one should feel. So, and Lord Chaitanya, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Sanatana Goswami, his body, because he had come through a very remote route in the jungle, he drank some water on the way, his body became filled with boils. All over the body, faces everywhere. So Mahaprabhu would embrace Sanatan, the boils would ooze out, some pus. And Sanatan felt very bad. He went and told Jagadanand Pandit, see, this Mahaprabhu, he has a golden body. He comes and embraces me. I feel very uneasy, Jagadananda. What we should do? Jagadanand said, that's why I told you, don't stay here. He said, in Jagannath Puri, better you go to Vrindavan. And when Sanatana was planning to go to, anybody knows who is Jagannath Pandit? Satyabhama. So he's a little strong nature, yes. When Sanatana was packing his luggage to go, when Mahaprabhu came to know he's leaving, hey, who told Sanatan to leave here and go to Vrindavan? And then Mahaprabhu came to know Jagannath and said, hey, Jagannath, said, hey, Jaga, you are telling him to Vrindavan? Sending him. Mahaprabhu sort of scolded him. Let him stay here. I want him to stay here with me for some time. And Sanatana had to again stay back. So Mahaprabhu would again come and embrace. And what Mahaprabhu told Sanatan, Akshno phalam twadrisha darshanam hi, Yano phalam twadrisha gatra sangam, Ikva phalam twadrisha kirtanam va, Sudurlabha hi bhagavata hi loke. He said, Sanatan, don't feel bad when I embrace you, because the perfection of my eyesight is to see a Vaishnava like you. The perfection of my mouth is to glorify a Vaishnava like you. The perfection of my body and my senses is to embrace a Vaishnava like you. For in this world, it is very rare to find a Vaishnava like you. As Mahaprabhu said. So, Mahaprabhu teaches as how rare is association of devotee and how we should cherish that association. So, in this way, similarly, Lord Chaitanya praised Haridas Thakur, and Haridas Thakur would not accept glorification also. Actually, at one time when Mahaprabhu came to Siddhabakul, Lord Chaitanya told Sanatan, Sanatan, your body is whose property? My property. I heard that because you are thinking that what's the use of this body with full of boils and everything. Let me relinquish this body in the Jagannath, under the Jagannath's chariot. He said, how can you ever think of that? Because you cannot give up your body, because you have already given your body to me to be engaged in the mission of Krishna consciousness in Vrindavan. When he said that, Haridas Thakur became overwhelmed. He said, Sanatan, Lord says that he has owned you. How great blessing it is, because we all want to be owned by the Lord as an instrument and be engaged in Krishna's service. So I am not as fortunate as you. You are so blessed, Haridas Thakur said. That time, Sanatana Goswami told Haridas Thakur, some people preach well, but they don't behave well. Some people behave well, but they cannot cogently present any philosophy. But you, Haridas, you can preach well also, at the same time, behave well. Therefore, you are spiritual master of the whole world. Like that, he glorified Haridas Thakur. So, you will see that the Vaishnava's dealings are like this. Yeah. See, in an august assembly of great souls, one should not recite Bhagavatam shloka during Bhagavatam class and let the seniors recite. Sometimes one is very eager, quickly one starts reciting. So there may be very senior personalities in the assembly. You should let them recite, and after that you can recite. I know that there's a competition of reciting, so I tell everybody to recite. So no competition. Sometimes three Mataji, three Prabhuji recite together sometimes. Correct? No? So you can allow. One should not call a senior and exalted devotee as a friend just because he is humble, simple and friendly. One should know their seniority. So dealing with those in neophyte stage. Now who is a neophyte? See here. The most obvious kind of less advanced devotee is the newcomer. See, newcomer, he may not know the Vaishnava philosophy so much well, and he is also uncertain about his commitment. One day he chants 2 rounds, suddenly Ekadashi day he may chant 16 rounds. Again, next day he may chant 5 rounds, someday he may not chant at all. So his commitment is not certain. And his philosophical depth is also very shallow. Also, if any devotee has spent many years in Krishna consciousness movement, but who have remained materially attached, may also be in neophyte devotee category. It's not that if somebody says, I have been coming to this temple for last 10 years or 15 years, so I am senior. He has only seen years. But he is not a senior. Senior is one whose commitment is more steady, strong commitment, correct, no? And he has given a material attachment. So why somebody will be materially attached even after spending 10, 20 years, somebody may ask. For that, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur tells the story of the wedding party, correct, no? Once the wedding party sat in a boat, they covered all the sides with curtains, and they all went to sleep thinking that tomorrow morning we have to reach another place. Because in Bengal, there are more rivers than roads. Huh? So they go by river in a boat. And the boatmen also, whole night rowing the boat. But next day morning when the sun rose, all the Sambandhi, the family members, they saw we are in the same place. They said, hey, marriage is in that place, you are here. What happened to you, boatman? You also slept off along with us? Huh? Boatman said, no, I worked hard. Whole night I was rowing the boat. Why the boat didn't go ahead? Anybody knows? Because the anchor was on the ground. Therefore, his rowing was of no consequence. Huh? Similarly, sometimes people come to temple, they chant, they do many things, but they maintain their material attachments. So the 10th offense against the holy name is what? To maintain. Having material attachment is not a problem, but to maintain material attachment, not making an effort to get rid of it. So that is also neophyte. The older devotee should help such neophyte devotee in the way possible. One last thing I wanted to say, because let us say, see, when are Vaishnavas merciful to a neophyte devotee? Vaishnava, however, are merciful to less advanced devotee, especially when they detect a spark of sincerity, when they see that the less advanced devotee is at least convinced that Krishna is supreme. When a fallen devotee is rejected by Supreme Lord, they still engage them like Kala Krishnadas was engaged. Huh? So this is a very important part. Only I lost my time now. It's 9:30 now. How does a Vaishnava show mercy to a less advanced devotee? So this is like, if you take out some time to counsel them and give relevant instructions, make plans by which they can become Krishna conscious. So there is one section I have put here, very important section, which will come here now. See, one must be competent to tactfully and intelligently extend their mercy to lesser devotees. So you want to know how to tactfully do that? I can take 5 more minutes. Because we have to tactfully do it. Because many of you are Bhakti Vishal leaders, you are preaching. So we have to. He says one story, Bhaksan. They went around the park for 2-3 hours, saw many things and everything. Then he said, see, just across the Ganga there is Mahaprabhu's birthplace, Yoga Peeth, and we can go and take darshan of Panchatattva and everything. This fellow said, oh, I think the Ganga may be very deep. He said, no, at this point of time Ganga is only knee deep now. So we can just go very easily. He said, maybe Ganga water may be very chill, I think, I am afraid. He said, anyway, it's summer only, chill is good only. It will be very comfortable to have a chill water in summer season, we can come. And he may say, it may get very late at night to return back if you go and come. No, we will just spend about 20 minutes and come back. So he tried to tell him, but the friend said, maybe you can go, I am going ahead. So sometimes it's very difficult to show mercy to those who are not interested. Like we say, you can take a horse to water, but you cannot make him. It's not very easy. The new upcoming devotees are compared to the small baby to whom the mother tries to feed this dahi bhat or something. You see that? As soon as, because child only drinks milk from mother's breast. Now if she has to give rice mixed with milk or rice with curd, she prepares it. As soon as she shows it, child will run away. You see that? She goes from room to room to room and catching the child, very difficult. Even Yashoda would feed Krishna. Krishna wouldn't open the mouth. Yashoda would wonder what to do. Then she would show the moon. Hey, Kana, look at the full moon. I would say, then put the... After she put in the mouth immediately. So, that is why one should know how to show mercy to them. See here. To actually practice the instruction, it helps. Okay, let us see how to do it. First, understand the person's level first. Before giving instruction, observe, are they faithful or skeptical? We should know. Are they interested in spiritual life and eager to learn from us? Some eagerness should be there at least. Are they hostile or receptive? Some people are like, touch me not. not interested. Then you can't push. Sometimes husband, wife, they come. Husband remains outside the temple. Mataji comes to take darshan. She the program. So one Mataji came and offered a business and told me, Prabhuji, please show mercy to my husband. She was telling, so where is her husband? Oh, he never comes inside. I said, I will come outside and give mercy. So I just carried prasad. So I carried on prasad box and went out to the temple, and then I gave him. He was very happy. Oh, Swamiji, sorry, I made you come out. He said. I said, so if you don't mind, next time you come in and take it. I said. So next time he came with his wife. He directly came to my office to take prasad. Along with prasad, gave him a japamala also. So the mercy must be intelligently given, not forced. For example, a person who likes Krishna Katha, speak philosophy to him. A person is not interested, give prasadam or be friendly. That is tactful mercy, correct, no? And don't correct everyone directly. If you immediately correct someone, they may become angry. Instead, the wrong way is what? Why are you doing this? It is sinful. Don't say that. Huh? And better way is, actually our scriptures suggest another way which helps us become peaceful. No? You can speak like that. And speak gently and respectfully. Like nowadays, people are going to various organizations also. Some are connected to Sadguru or Shrishi or Brahma Kumari. Some are connected to Prashanti. So many other organizations nowadays. And all organizations are trying to bring them to Sattva kind of platform. Sattvic platform they teach. So there was one fellow going to SSY, Siddhi Samadhi Yoga, Rishi Prabhakar. And the last lecture they told them, you are not the body, you are the soul. He thought that's a very big discovery, he found out. In ISKCON, the first day only they'll tell you are not the body. Correct? So he heard, I am not the body, I am the soul. And then that fellow, they also told that in ISKCON you get very good agarbatis, they said. So this fellow came to buy agarbatis, and one brahmachari in Pune, one Haradas Prabhu was there in those days. So he immediately called him and asked him, who are you and everything, and gave him mala and sat with him and chanted 2 rounds with him. And that fellow became devotee later on. So actually people go to various organizations, but many are open-minded. Actually, if you are careful in administering holy name, let them be going to any organization, you just add holy name to their life. Because in Kali Yuga, what is Yoga Dharma? Yeah. There are even many Sri Vaishnavas who are completely loyal to Sri Vaishnava Parampara. They have taken Diksha also. But they also chant 16 rounds Mahamantra. There are many of them. So if you have given Mahamantra to somebody, you have done the greatest favor to them. You don't have to immediately tell them, give up everything and come here. Sarvadharman Parityajya, come here immediately. So give mercy through your example. Often behavior teaches more than words. If you show humility, sincerity, steadiness in your chanting and respectful dealings, people naturally think, oh, this person has something valuable. He's a nice person, he's a gentleman. Then they will ask you questions themselves. That is the best mercy. So the exemplary means these things. Humility, sincerity, steadiness in chanting, respectful dealings. Avoid the desire for recognition. Mercy should not come from ego. Not like, I will correct everyone. I am a senior devotee. People should respect me. So this is ahankar, it's not good. Real mood is, Krishna has shown mercy to me. I am fortunate. So let me try to help others. We should not think I am great. We should think I am fortunate. We should think. Brahmanda Brahmita Kona. So we are Bhagyavan Jeev, and we want to give the same Bhagya to others. We want to share it. Sometimes mercy means silence also. If someone is argumentative or offensive, the best mercy may not be preaching at that moment. Instead, like one fellow brought his friend to the temple and said, that boy said, Swamiji, you are saying that people are suffering, but I don't agree. I have no suffering. I am very happy. I am a topper in the class. I got placed in a very good job. I don't see any problem in life. Neither is, he's doing like that. He's arguing with you. So if you tell him, now you'll get one slap, you will understand. If you can't say like that. So what do? Remain respectful. Avoid argument. Wait for a better opportunity. If you tell him, oh, you feel very happy, that's very nice. Although you are very happy, you still have come to the temple of God to take darshan, very nice. Whenever you feel like, you please keep coming. You can say, because everybody has a time in life when they will be on their hands and knees. At that time they will turn to Krishna. Huh? Yeah. So show mercy in simple ways. Huh? Mercy does not always mean giving lectures. You can give prasad. You can invite someone to kirtan. When newcomer came, he immediately picked up kartal. Huh? Immediately. Because he was allowed to play kartal, he became a devotee. Huh? So share a small Krishna story, like fruit vendor story or something. Help someone practically. Hmm? What is the meaning of helping someone practically? Like, somebody says, I want to join this college. I want some details. You have some professor in your community. You connect him, hey, professor, please about the college. Then through him, he'll become devotee. And encourage their spiritual efforts. What is ideal behavior is the highest mercy. The last line of the quote is very deep. If the devotee lives with humility, sincerity, shiksha, and good character, then his life itself becomes mercy. You see, real mercy means humble heart, intelligent dealings, and personal example. Huh? So, heart should be humble, our dealing should be intelligent. One last Prabhupada's pastime we will say, and we'll conclude the talk. Huh? See, when His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj brought his father to Prabhupada, Prabhupada told his father, "Oh, you are Giriraj's father. That's wonderful." And then that man gave an empty check to Prabhupada and said, "Swamiji, write any amount you want. I am a multi-billionaire in America. Take money, whatever you want, give my son back." And then Prabhupada told Giriraj, here is your father, he is calling you back. If you wish, you may go. But Giriraj Swami said, "No, Prabhupada, I don't want to go. I want to be with you only." And then Prabhupada told Giriraj Swami's father, "See, you are a very intelligent man. That is why you got a son who is so intelligent," he said. And that man felt very shy, Man, no, Swamiji, I am not very intelligent. In fact, you must be very intelligent, he told Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, "Yes, I must be intelligent, otherwise how did I make him a disciple?" Such an intelligent, because your son is very intelligent, such intelligent people are coming and becoming my disciple, that means I must be intelligent, Prabhupada said. And Prabhupada saw his mother was crying, Giriraj Swami, whether she was crying with a kerchief. Prabhupada asked Giriraj Swami's father, "Why is she crying? What happened?" He said, "My wife is very worried that our son, we don't know what is he eating in the temple. Because in our home, we used to have very opulent foods. In your temple, whether he's getting sufficient nourishment or not." And Prabhupada laughed, "You don't know in ISKCON what to eat." So he told the devotees, "Hey, bring a box of rasagullas." They brought rasagullas, and Prabhupada gave 2 rasagullas to Giriraj Swami and said, "Eat it now." In front of the parents, he ate it. And then Prabhupada took 2 and gave to father. Father accepted. When Prabhupada gave to mother, she was not accepting. She said, "No, I don't want," she said. And Prabhupada told her, "See, this is protein," he said. Immediately she accepted. So you can see, so that's what is the meaning of intelligent dealing. Because in America, anything you give, what people will see? Protein content, they will see calories, they will check it like that. And Giriraj Swami's father told Giriraj Maharaj that, "Let Swamiji use my car if he wants for 1 week, he can use it." I told, and while going, Giriraj Swami told his Giriraj Maharaj that, "Oh, your Guruji seems to be very smart, very intelligent. He's very loving and very intelligent." And Giriraj Swami came back and told Prabhupada, "Prabhupada, how is it that even newcomers love you so much?" Prabhupada said, "Because I love them. Therefore they love." Because Prabhupada loves every living entity. Love God, love all. Shri Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So I will share this notes. You can, if Prabhuji will, I will give it to you. You can share. It is a very exhaustive notes, maybe 18, 19 pages. Many other things are there. I must have spoken. I can say 1/4 or 1/3 of it I spoke today, but rest of it you can go through it yourself. You will understand it. Where did I get these notes from? The original part of the notes comes from the book called as Vaishnava Etiquette and Behavior by His Holiness Satsrupas Maharaj. From that book I got it, and I added things from different places to add more examples and everything. Different places, yeah. So you can leisurely go through it. It may be helpful because we all are, lifelong going to be dealing with devotees of different levels. Correct, no? So it's very important topic, very helpful. And we want to deal with Vaishnavas are like handled with care items. But handle with them carefully, because most dangerous thing in spiritual life is offense, correct? No? We want to deal with them without offense so that our heart will remain soft enough to be offerable to Krishna. So I'm so just stunned to see the volume of devotees here this morning. Lot of devotees, so many youths and so many congregation devotees coming for the Srimad Bhagavatam early morning here. So thank you all very much for the opportunity you offered me to glorify Vaishnavas. Thank you. Hare Krishna. 5 minutes I can take. 1 or 2 minutes I can take. 1 or 2 questions. Where's the watch? I can take 6 minutes. 1 or 2 questions I can take. Yes, Prabhu. Quick. Books? You have books? Tell me. Yeah, I can ask in this one. Yeah. I take it.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, in the verse of Upadeshamrita, it's mentioned Buddha Fena Funkar. So there you said that based on the bodily we make this one. In the same day and age, it has become so easy that we develop disrespect towards our superiors, not just out of bodily, but sometimes because of the other things. So how do we don't develop this aspect of disrespect and always remain respectful to our superiors?
Actually, there are 4 things. You can remember the acronym PLUS. You can remember. Huh? PLUS stands for, previous. PLUS stands for previous to coming to ISKCON, somebody might have been smoking or